It's Friday, everybody. We made it to Friday. Glad to have you with us. I'm Jason DeRusha. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. Let's get you up to date on the weather. I'm excited to give you the weather. Lisa Meadows in with us this morning. Here's her forecast for the Twin Cities. And that's nice, isn't it? 42, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Be a little breezy maybe, so, for those of you like me wearing a hairpiece, hang on to it, Make sure the double stick tape and the Velcro is in effect because it will be breezy. Some parts of the state will be downright. We have like a wind warning, right? Is that what it's called? Advisory. Yeah. Advisory. Very serious business. So around there, kind of two hands on the tube. Let's get you up to date on the new. Oh, by the way, just be on the lookout. There is a chance for some snow, rain action tomorrow. So Saturday, be ready for that. A third COVID-19 vaccine could clear another big hurdle today. This is the FDA getting evidence. They do kind of a public hearing today. They have this advisory panel made up of kind of people who don't work for the FDA, and they don't work for drug companies, so it's kind of this outside people looking at it. They're looking at the Johnson & Johnson vaccine today. If they approve it, then the bureaucrats, the FDA, will say, yep, we approve it. And then it could start shipping out, Monday. So the cool thing about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is it's only one dose, and it can be stored in regular storage. It doesn't have to be in an ultra cold freezer. I know you may have heard the percentage, it's only 60 whatever percent effective, but it's 100% effective at preventing death, and 60-some% doesn't mean only 60% effective, like you've got a 30% chance of getting COVID. It's relative to what your regular chance of getting COVID would be. So it's very good, very effective is what they're telling us. Congress is poised to vote on some COVID-19 relief. It's an almost $2 trillion package. Big money. There is a hang-up on this. As always, lawmakers throw a bunch of different things in this. And one of the provisions is a $15 minimum wage. So I don't know if you knew this, but the Senate has a parliamentarian who is a nonpartisan kind of political, not a political person. And they said, look, you can't throw this in there. Minimum wage doesn't comply with the budget reconciliation process, which is where budget bills start in the House and then go to the Senate. So it's kind of messed up right now. Would have allowed Senate Democrats to pass the whole bill, as is, without Republican support. The Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, says they're keeping the $15 minimum wage in their bill, so it's up to the Senate to take it out. So we'll be watching this today. Kind of a scary story involving Lady Gaga this morning. Her dog walker was shot in the chest, and then two people came up and stole the dogs. One of the French bulldogs escaped. Police found the dog. The other two are still missing, and you have to wonder, this isn't random, is it? Do you think, is this a ransom situation? Why was this guy targeted? Is it because the dog thieves, the dog nappers, knew that they were Lady Gaga's dogs? Lady Gaga is in Rome filming a movie. If it's a ransom scenario, she's offering $500,000 for her stolen dogs to be returned. Nearly 5 years after his death, there is a push to rename a portion of a Chanhassen highway after Minnesota's own Prince. Some Prince fans have started a petition. They want to see 7 miles of Highway 5 to be renamed as Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway. Prince, of course, lived right in that area. Paisley Park is right out there. His impact undeniable. The idea for the name change came from lifelong Prince fan Mark Webster.
Prince has contributed a lot to Chanhassen and to Minnesota, and I think honoring this highway to him would be a great thing.
It would be a great thing, right? But there's always something, right? So the city council in Chanhassen has said, yep, we're down. Fans are collecting signatures. You got to go to state lawmakers because it's a state highway. But there is a former state lawmaker. Part of the highway there is named after him, and so that family has to agree with that, too. Group is hoping to get everything approved by Prince's birthday in early June. He's pretty cool, right? We have a link to the petition at WCCO.com. This story is going to make you feel good, too. Little hometown love for a Super Bowl champion today. It's Tyler Johnson Day at Minneapolis Public Schools. Tyler Johnson went to North High School, of course, won a Super Bowl ring with the Tampa Bay Bucks this year. So a cool honor for for Tyler Johnson. I think he prefers the Super Bowl ring, but having your own day in your high school and grade school, that's pretty cool too. Vaccine efforts ramping up, as we've been talking about. Caseloads going down. News about COVID overwhelmingly good, right? It really has been. And so we pile on another little dose of good news for you. Looks like the state fair is going to happen, at least for now. And it might be different. Like, you're not going to see this exactly, which you might appreciate. I mean, you know, a little more space between you and some of your fellow sweaty Minnesotans might be good. There will be some rules, right? Like, you know, there's probably going to be masks. I don't know how they'll pull off social distancing. Maybe, you know, in the food lines and stuff, they could put like marks on the ground, I guess. They're still working out the details. There might be attendance limitations, so you don't end up with 200,000 people going in on one day. But looks like it's going to happen. At least they're proceeding as if it will. Target is expanding its partnership with Apple. Have you ever bought an Apple item inside a Target store? Not an apple, like one of these kind of apples. I bought apples. You can get an Apple Watch, you can get an iPhone, an iPod, not an iPod. They don't make those anymore, do they? iPads, all of that sort of stuff. They're going to have these kind of mini Apple stores, which, you know, like the Target people here in the Twin Cities think that's like, we'll call it a mini Apple store, and it'll be haha like mini Apple is. Monticello is one of the first spots because when you think tech hotspot, you think Monticello. If you need to fix your iPhone or your iMac or MacBook or any of that, you still got to go to a regular Apple store. Apple is training the Target tech employees too. I actually bought this iPhone at Target and thought the tech employees were terrific. So good news there for Target. The potato head line of toys is sort of going gender neutral. I don't know. I feel a little bit like this was presented this way to get people fired up. Hasbro has a bunch of potato heads, right? You got Mr. Potato Head, you have Mrs. Potato Head, but kind of the overarching brand name used to be Mr. Potato Head. So you would, on the box, it would say Mr. Potato Head in the upper corner, like that was the name brand, and then you'd buy a Mrs. Potato Head. So Hasbro said, we're going to get rid of the Mr., we're just going to call it Potato Head. You still can buy Mr. Potato Head, you still can buy Mrs. Potato Head, but they are going to unveil a Potato Head World set of toys this fall that'll allow kids to kind of create their own type of family. I will just let everyone know, before you get outraged about, you know, gender, Mr., Mrs., whatever, it's a potato. It's a potato. It's not, potato can be whatever it wants to be. It's spud. So calm down. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. Normally we do feedback in this segment, but today we've decided only my opinion matters. Just kidding. We're having a little problem with Facebook, so that's how it is. What is this for?
Hold your hair down.
Oh, yeah. Double-sided tape. Look at that. That's a callback to something I said 8 minutes ago, and I didn't even remember it, but I'm going to use this to tape down my toupee. I don't have a toupee. If this were a toupee, it's time to ask for my money back, I'll tell you that much. Thanks for watching. Here on CBSN Minnesota, your only local streaming news source, #1 for streaming here in Minnesota. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a good weekend.